Off the coast of Bermuda lies one of the strangest and most perplexing underwater mysteries, a series of structures and formations that resemble an ancient pyramid complex. In recent years, as mapping technology has improved, startling images have emerged, showing what appears to be a massive complex of pyramid-like structures hidden deep below the Bermuda waters. But what could these structures be, and who built them? Scientists and archaeologists have puzzled over these questions ever since the structures were first discovered in the late 1960s. Though some experts believe they are merely unusual rock formations created by natural processes, others contend that the symmetry and design of the structures reveals them to be the work of unknown ancient builders whose advanced technology allowed them to construct these elaborate complexes right off the Bermudian coast. The discovery of the Bermuda Pyramids. The story of the underwater structures begins in 1968, when a pilot named Bruce Tinkle was flying over the Bermuda waters taking aerial photographs. As Tinkle glanced down at the crystal blue waters, he was shocked to see what appeared to be a series of pale white lines crisscrossing the seafloor far below. Tinkle recalled how the lines seemed to be arranged in deliberate geometrical patterns, leading him to believe they were not natural features. He immediately contacted the University of Miami, whose scientists conducted further surveys and analysis. They confirmed that the lines were definitely not random natural formations, but seemed to reveal a network of man-made structures extending across the seafloor for at least 8 miles. News of the discovery quickly spread throughout the archaeological community and beyond, igniting a firestorm of speculation and controversy. Researchers, scientists, explorers, and theorists immediately began puzzling over the underwater structures and debating their origins. Were they built by ancient peoples indigenous to Bermuda, or could they have been the work of visiting seafarers from Europe, Africa, or beyond? Some even proposed that they were remnants of the mythical lost continent of Atlantis, or structures created by extraterrestrial visitors. The structures, which came to be known as the Bimini Road after the nearby Bahamian island of Bimini, seemed to match no known human civilization on Earth. Their origins were completely shrouded in mystery. Further investigations reveal more structures. In the ensuing years, numerous expeditions were launched to survey and explore the Bimini structures. Teams of divers, archaeologists, and researchers analyzed the formations and artifacts and took measurements and samples. As they explored the vast complex, even more structures emerged from the depths. Just off the coast of the island of Andros, groups of stones arranged in circular and cube patterns were discovered lining the seafloor. Other arrangements resembling fields, roads, and boulevards have been found around Bimini Island itself. And a few miles south, researchers located a huge platform structure comprised of enormous slab stones, some estimated to weigh over 15 tons each. Other evidence, including fragments and shards of pottery and primitive flints, convinced many that the structures were the work of ancient man. Theories on the origins and purpose of the underwater complex. But if ancient humans did construct the Bermuda underwater pyramid complex, who were they and why did they build these structures? A wide range of theories have arisen to explain the existence of the elaborate underwater structures. Here are some of the major theories on their origins: a lost ancient civilization. Perhaps the most straightforward theory is that the pyramids were built by the members of a technologically advanced ancient civilization that inhabited the islands of the Atlantic thousands of years ago during the last ice age when sea levels were much lower. Much evidence suggests the Atlantic may have cradled complex human civilizations long before recorded history. The pyramids could have been built by such a lost civilization. The lost continent of Atlantis. Another related theory links the pyramids to the legendary lost continent of Atlantis described by Plato in his writings. According to Plato's account, Atlantis was an advanced maritime civilization that was swallowed up by the sea around 9600 BC during a great flood or cataclysm. The Bermuda Pyramids match the description and timeline of Atlantis. Might they be the remains of this mythical lost continent? Ancient indigenous peoples, rather than a lost civilization. Some believe the Bermuda Pyramids were built by the native peoples of Bermuda, the Bahamas, and Caribbean islands. Though often portrayed as simple tribes, these native cultures may have possessed advanced engineering capabilities beyond current understandings. The pyramid complex could have been built by indigenous cultures over a long period of time. Ancient aliens, a more radical fringe theory, contends that the pyramids were constructed by an extraterrestrial race as part of a planetary network of power generators. Proponents of the ancient alien hypothesis believe the complexity of the structures proves they are beyond the capabilities of early human civilizations. Only alien visitors with advanced technology could have engineered these massive underwater structures. Natural rock formations. On the other side of the debate, many scientists continue to insist the Bermuda pyramids are simply unusual but natural rock formations. They contend the sharp angles and symmetry can be explained by natural processes related to crystallization during the creation of sedimentary rocks. Over time, layers of sediment were cemented together to form the pyramid shapes. While attempting mystery, some believe the pyramids are examples of pareidolia, where the human mind looks for familiar patterns like faces or geometric shapes in nature. Attempts to explore and explain the pyramids. In recent decades, a number of expeditions have been conducted to explore the underwater structures and unlock their secrets. Jacques Cousteau and his team extensively studied and filmed the Bimini complex in the 1970s, gathering samples and artifacts. Though Cousteau was convinced the structures were human-made, others dismissed them as natural rock formations. In the late 90s, private sector companies like Submersible Biospheres and Earthwatch got involved, sending teams with advanced equipment to conduct sonar imaging and take measurements. Their findings seemed to confirm deliberate and unnatural design in the pyramid complex. In the 2000s, the discovery of enormous stone building blocks within the structures renewed mainstream interest. The immense megalithic rocks resemble those found at ancient sites around the world like Stonehenge and Easter Island. Geological analysis has shown the Bimini megaliths originated from beach rock on the island, proving they were cut and placed into position, offering irrefutable evidence of human engineering. However, unlike other megalithic sites, no human remains, inscriptions or artifacts beyond scattered shards have been found, leaving researchers without clues to the builder's identity. The lack of definitive evidence has allowed widely differing conclusions from experts. Geologists insist the structures are relatively young, forming naturally around 11,000 to 12,000 years ago as sea levels rose rapidly after the Ice Age. Meanwhile, archaeologists suggest they could be remnants of a lost civilization, up to 10,000 years old, older than any recorded human settlements. Still others push the timeline back even further, proposing the site may be up to 70,000 years old, and possibly linked to the arrival of the first humans in the Americas. Ongoing mysteries and challenges. The remains buried under the Bermuda waters present a monumental challenge for researchers seeking to finally solve their riddles. The structures lie up to 40 feet underwater, limiting access and visibility for divers. Sections have become buried under layers of natural sediment, while parts have collapsed and been scattered by the ocean's currents. This has made mapping and understanding the overall layout extremely difficult. Remote sensing techniques like side-scan sonar can penetrate the water to reveal never-before-seen sections. But such technology can still miss crucial details only visible through direct exploration. The deepest reaches of the complex likely hold the most promising clues, but reaching them represents an immense technical challenge, requiring either robotic vehicles or extensive underwater diving. Furthermore, government bureaucracy has often hampered excavation efforts over worries disturbing the structures could endanger Bermuda's fragile reef ecosystems. Despite 50 years of research since their discovery, the underwater pyramids have yielded few solid answers, ensuring the raging debate over their origins, history, and purpose continues. Though scientists have theories, the full truth behind the Bermuda underwater structures likely remains hidden beneath the waves, still waiting to be uncovered. Each new piece of evidence seems to raise as many questions as it answers. But gradually, more of this ancient complex is being revealed through the combined efforts of mainstream archaeologists, alternative researchers, and even technology pioneers like Elon Musk, whose company Tesla has scanned the structures using advanced sonar imaging. What else might emerge from the depths, and what might it reveal about humanity's distant past? As technology improves and more areas are mapped and explored, the mysteries of the Bermuda underwater pyramids may finally give up their secrets. One day, we may finally understand who built these intriguing structures and why. When that day comes, it could completely transform our knowledge of human history.